Hi Guitar Den, how are you guys doing today? Okay, let's talk about this free music showcase that I offer everybody, young or old, who's interested in taking guitar lessons with me and going on this musical journey. Let me backtrack and start by telling you a little story that happened on November 3rd, 1982, when I sat across from my guitar teacher at 12 years old, took my first guitar lesson. He said, "Hello Rich, nice to meet you," and he sat down and he went like this. And my eyes lit up, and I was never the same. So he showcased for me, he played for me, and opened my mind up. He showed me what was possible if I took guitar lessons. Now, what I do with the showcases is I take it a step further, and I get the kids, no matter how old, let's say a kid of 8 or 9 years old, playing their first chord. So I say, what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 concepts into your mind. Now remember, this person's 8 or 9 years old, so you can only imagine what's going on in their head. I was confused and I was 12 years old. So 3 concepts we're going to put into the young person's mind. The first thing I do is I say, hold up your fingers like this. Let's number your fingers. Finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. Then I say, put that concept aside in your mind and we'll get back to it. The second concept are things called frets. Now let me explain what frets are to you. Frets are basically these areas of the guitar that govern the difference in the pitch. And take a look at this image right here. And I'm using my motion detector to accentuate the learning. I'm a big proponent of technological learning tools. I love learning in the modern day and age. I think it's an incredible thing. So this is an image of my guitar complete with the notes on it, right? Okay, so this is the open E string, this is the C string, G, D, A, and E. Okay, so these areas right here are called the frets. They're the little squares, okay? So I say this is fret number 1, this is fret number 2, and then I say, what fret number is this? And the young person says 3. And I say, absolutely. I say, okay, so we have those 2 concepts in your mind. The first are the fingers, and I say, what finger is this? And they say 4. What finger is this? 1. And I'm careful not to ask them what the second finger is, because sometimes they actually show me the second finger. And then I say, what fret is this right here? And they say, that's fret number 2. And sometimes I have to repeat it a couple of times. This is fret number 1. Then I say, now you have 2 concepts in your mind. Now let's go to the third concept. The third concept are the strings. So this string right here is string number 1. You could see how this is, you can see this is the highest string. This is the skinniest string. This is the second string. This is the third. Now it's a little deceiving because we're not paying attention to A. It's actually the G string, the open G string. This is the D, this is the A, and this is the E. So now we have those 3 concepts in our mind. Let's review it very, very quickly again. So governing concepts: fingers, frets, and the strings. String 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's put that aside for a second. And let's construct our first chord. Now remember, the main chords are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's it. Now there's one important little caveat that I want to mention. I can play almost an entire gig without going beyond these 3 frets right here, right? Now I can't, if I'm going, oh what a night, late December back in 63, I can go like this. But I don't have to. I can execute the entire song, and I know many guitar players, some of the best entertainers I know, that don't even go beyond this 4th fret right here. So you can play the entire gig in these 4 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I put letters on just these frets right here. Right? That's A sharp, B flat, A flat, G sharp, C, F. They all have alphabetic names attached to the notes. Okay, so, but I don't have to go beyond this 4th fret. So what are the 3 concepts that I had in my mind? They were fingers, frets, and strings. So we're going to take combinations of those 3 things, like ordering from a Chinese food menu. I'll have 1 from column A, 2 from column B, right? So I say put finger number 3, okay? So let's look at it here. Finger number 3 on fret number 2 on string number 2. So let's see what that sounds like. And I say to the kid, this is what I need to hear. So if everything goes well, they put their finger 3 on fret 2 on string 2, and I hear that note. And I'm like, keep it there. Don't move it. Now remember, this is the first time they're ever touching a guitar. So they're all confused. They wonder if they're going to do it. They don't know me very well. And I'm very calm with them, and I'm very gentle with them, and I guide them through this. So I say, keep your finger there. Approach it just like this. Need a little space here. Don't go like that. You'd be surprised what they do. Sometimes they go like this, and I'm like, no. I'm like, go like this. Just like that. And I even show them the indentation in my finger where the string is supposed to go. So I hit that and say, let me hear that note. Now I say finger 2, fret 2, string 3. I need to hear this note. So that on this fretboard right here is this note. It's called the A right here. So this is what I need to hear. I need to hear this note. Finger 2, fret 2, string 3. It sounds like this. Now the next one I need to hear is the E right here. So I say finger 1, fret 2, string 4. Now they're getting more accustomed to it. So then I tell them, hold the chord and press it down as hard as you can. Take the pick and just strum down. And that's all they need to do. See how simple this is? See when you revert back to the governing concepts, and if it's made simple by somebody that explains it in a slow, understanding manner, that's the free showcase that I offer for every kid. Now, sometimes what I even do is I get them playing, if I've been forgotten, not true, well, I've been married long time ago. Where'd you come from? They just play the A chord. Well, that's all they do. If I've been forgotten, not true, well, I've been married long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where did you come from? Not true. And then I give a little solo. So then they light up.